So many people around the world dream of exploring new places, meeting new cultures, and learning from the beauty of our planet. But what happens when those same doors that were once open begin to close? For many American travelers, that dream is slowly changing. If you've ever packed your bags with excitement for Asia, ready for beaches, temples, and vibrant city life, you might be surprised to learn that things aren't as welcoming as they once were. Around the continent, countries that used to greet Americans with open arms are beginning to set limits, raise concerns, and ask for something that's long been overlooked: respect. Today, we're exploring 7 Asian countries where American tourists are facing new restrictions and growing tension. The reasons are more than politics or paperwork. They're about culture, behavior, and understanding. Let's take a calm, honest look at what's really happening and what every traveler can learn from it. Let's start with Indonesia. Once upon a time, Bali was a dream destination for Americans. The turquoise waters, the endless beaches, the temples glowing in golden light, it was paradise. But lately, that paradise has become more protective of itself. After years of overcrowding and social media chaos, many Indonesians have begun asking for change. Officials noticed too many tourists breaking temple dress codes, ignoring local customs, and even defying basic laws. Videos of foreigners behaving disrespectfully went viral, and locals felt their sacred spaces were being turned into backdrops for selfies instead of places of worship. In response, the government began cracking down. By 2025, travelers to Bali can expect higher entry fees, stricter visa limits, and stronger deportation policies. Long-term stays may now depend on following community guidelines, not just paying rent. Locals often say now, respect is the real passport. And truly, that's the message. Indonesia still welcomes visitors, but it expects them to treat its traditions with care. For Americans, that means remembering that every country has its own rhythm, and the privilege to visit it must come with humility. Now, let's move to Thailand. Thailand has long been one of the most visited countries in the world, known for its kindness, its food, and the famous Land of Smiles. But even the friendliest smiles can fade when respect is lost. Many Thai citizens have grown frustrated with tourists, including some Americans, who forget that temples are sacred spaces, not photo ops. Videos showing visitors being loud, disrespectful, or dressed inappropriately have spread quickly online, sparking national discussions about cultural pride. The Thai government has started tightening its tourism policies, not to push people away, but to protect its identity. New rules on visitor conduct, bans on public misbehavior, and deportations for repeat offenders are becoming more common. Some communities are even setting visitor caps to preserve nature and peace. Thailand's message is simple: guests are always welcome, but they must act like guests. To keep those doors open, Americans visiting Thailand should learn a few words of Thai, observe how locals behave in temples, and show appreciation, not entitlement. Respect keeps relationships strong, and Thailand's warmth remains for those who honor it. Next, we travel to the Philippines. This island nation shares a long history with the United States. Its people are known for warmth, laughter, and resilience. But even here, patience has limits. Over recent years, more Filipinos have voiced frustration over tourists who ignore environmental rules, litter beaches, or treat local customs lightly. Places like Boracay and Palawan are fragile ecosystems, treasures that can easily be damaged by careless visitors. The Philippines now promotes what it calls sustainable and responsible tourism. That means travelers are expected to protect nature and respect communities. Some islands have introduced permits and visitor limits to control damage. Small acts of disrespect can lead to bans. The truth is, Filipinos don't want more tourists. They want better ones. Visitors who connect, learn, and leave a positive footprint. Americans traveling there can still find open arms, but those arms will close to anyone who forgets that paradise must be cared for. The message is powerful. It's not money that earns welcome, it's manners and mindfulness. Let's continue to Vietnam. Vietnam has always been a country of contrasts. Calm rice fields beside busy motorbike-filled cities. Tradition blending with modern life. For years, it welcomed Americans with generosity and curiosity. But lately, locals have started voicing concerns about how some visitors behave. In cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, residents report tourists yelling in markets, complaining about service, or ignoring dress standards at religious sites. But there's more to it than behavior. It's also about economic fairness. Many travelers now rely on foreign-owned apps and hotels, meaning local shopkeepers and guides earn less. Vietnam's government has responded with a campaign for responsible tourism. That means tourists should learn basic etiquette, support local businesses, and blend in with respect. Visitors who don't could find it harder to access popular spots or get extended stays. Americans visiting Vietnam can still expect kindness, but only if they give kindness back. Humility, patience, and cultural curiosity will keep those bridges open. Now to Bangladesh. A country full of color, faith, and heart. Bangladesh has long welcomed foreigners warmly, including Americans. But in recent years, social media has changed everything. Some tourists, often influencers, have come not to learn, but to perform, creating videos that mock or misrepresent the country. Locals have grown tired of seeing their culture turned into online entertainment. Add to that growing reports of tourists dressing inappropriately near mosques or photographing people without consent, and it's easy to understand the frustration. Authorities are now promoting ethical travel guidelines, especially in religious areas. Dress codes, behavior reminders, and restricted photography zones are becoming more common. The government doesn't want to close its doors. It wants visitors to walk through them respectfully. Americans traveling to Bangladesh can still experience incredible hospitality, but they must understand that modesty and cultural awareness mean everything. Bangladesh isn't rejecting the world, it's protecting its dignity. Then there's Iran, a land of ancient history, poetry, and pride, but also a place where politics and travel collide. For decades, tension between the U.S. and Iran has made tourism complicated. Strict visa procedures, political mistrust, and negative portrayals in Western media have deepened the gap. Iranians often say they wish Americans could see the real Iran, not the one painted in news headlines, but the one full of art, tradition, and family values. But security concerns remain strong. Americans who visit often face detailed screenings and movement restrictions. Some provinces now limit where foreigners can go without a permit. For many Iranians, it's not about hostility, it's about self-respect. They want visitors who see their people, not just their politics. And while tensions may cool in the future, for now, travel between these nations remains shadowed by caution and pride. The hope, however, is that one day both sides can rebuild trust, not just through governments, but through people-to-people understanding. Finally, China. The world's most populous nation, rich with heritage, technology, and global influence. For decades, Americans have been drawn to China's wonders, the Great Wall, the terracotta warriors, the futuristic skylines. But political strains and cultural differences have begun changing that relationship. With trade disputes, media mistrust, and social media controversies, the friendship between American visitors and Chinese hosts has grown tense. Many Chinese citizens feel that some tourists arrive with unfair judgment or arrogance, criticizing laws or mocking traditions. In turn, officials have responded with tighter visa controls and increased scrutiny. Some provinces have shifted marketing away from Western tourists entirely, focusing instead on visitors from countries seen as more respectful or neutral. China's stance is clear. Respect must go both ways. Travelers who come to learn and appreciate will always find beauty and kindness. Those who come to debate or ridicule will not. The lesson isn't just about tourism, it's about how mutual understanding sustains relationships. The world doesn't close its doors easily, but when it does, it's usually asking for something simple: empathy. So, what can all this teach us? Whether you're American, Asian, or from anywhere in the world, travel is not a right, it's a privilege. Every culture holds deep meaning, every rule has a reason, and every community deserves respect. When we cross borders, we're not just visitors, we become representatives of where we come from. And the way we behave abroad speaks louder than any passport ever could. If we can all travel with kindness, curiosity, and humility, the world will always have a place for us. But when we forget those values, even the most beautiful destinations can close their doors. Thank you for watching. If you found this message meaningful and want to stay informed about global travel and immigration topics, make sure to subscribe to Legal Focus USA. We share updates, insights, and stories that help you move wisely in a changing world. Stay informed, stay respectful, and keep your journey full of understanding.